Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuhu and good morning everyone. First of all, my name is Saramel Aldampas. So these are the continuation of report of Mr. Adtod. So before si Adtod, mauuna po dapat itong sa akin. So let us proceed to our new discussion. So the assigned topic to me is information literacy within digital literacy. So according to Iset Alcalay 2004, given the ease with which digital media as opposed to traditional print media can be edited and manipulated, the ability to approach it with a healthy amount of skepticism have become a survival skill for media consumers. So, according to Aset Alcalay 2014, who highlights information literacy as an essential component of digital literacy, draws attention to information literacy as typical components of digital literacy as the cognitive skills that consumers use to evaluate information in educated and effective manner. So, so in today's digital world, no, a lot of information na pwede nating makuha through internet or other digital resources. But not all of the information is reliable or accurate. Information literacy is about having a skills to evaluate and understand the information we come across online. For instance, if we were searching for information on a particular topic, information literacy help us to determine if yung information na nahahanap natin is reliable ba siya or accurate. From this perspective, part of the effort of digital literacy education should to be toward developing media consumer to think critically and ready to doubt the quality of information they receive, even if said information come from so-called authoritative resources. So information literacy teaches us how to analyze information na nakukuha natin. For example, let's say nagbabasa tayo ng mga article online about health trend. With information literacy, we would know yung article na yon is come from a reliable resources. By developing this information literacy, we become smarter consumer of information. We learn how to separate fact from fiction and we can make better decision. As this perspective, part of digital literacy education should be focused on developing critical thinking skills for every consumer. It is important for every individual to be ready. Next is socio-emotional literacy within digital literacy. Alongside information literacy, Esset Alcalay 2004 highlight a kind of socio-emotional literacy needed to navigate the internet, raising questions such as how do I know if another user in chat room is who he says he is? Or how do I know if I call a blood donation on internet is real or hoax? No, such as questions should make us realize that there are no hard and fast rule for determining the rules of cyberspace. An understanding that while internet is a global village of short, and also it is also a global jungle of human communication. So, bakit global village of short ang internet? It because in situation modern technology. So in a situation, we are in a modern technology would connect all people worldwide. So using internet, nagkakaroon ng communication ang mga tao or nagsishare sila ng information and etc. And also, it is a global jungle of human communication. It because the word of communication is like a big jungle with a lot of information. Just what I said earlier, hindi natin alam if yung information na nakukuha natin is reliable ba siya or hindi. That's why it is important to be careful and critical when we are consuming an information. This socio-emotional literacy require user to be very critical and analytical and mature, implying a kind of richness of experience that the literate transfer from real life to their dealing online. So why people need to be very critical and analytical and mature when we are in a digital age? It because we are constantly surrounded from a various information. We need to build and develop critical thinking skills in order to us to get the best use out of the digital technology. For example, no, let's imagine na we are an entrepreneur in the Philippines who want to start a small business. In the modern era, most those business have the digital presence, whether it is a website, social media accounts, or online advertisement. This digital presence help business to reach a wider audience, interact with customer. However, if we were not digitally literate, we might struggle this online presence. You might not know how to use social media to engage with customer. Lack of digital literacy could limit your business growth, especially today. Most of all is ginagamit na ang technology. However, becoming a digital literacy is important for many aspects of our life, not just in a business but also in information. Digital literacy can help individual to navigate the world. Digitally literate users know how to avoid the traps of cyberspace mainly because they are familiar with the social and emotional patterns of working in cyberspace. That is really just an outworking of human nature. In essence, no, being digital literate empowers every individual to confidently and effectively engage with digital world, enabling them to access information, communicate, collaborate, and navigate the digital landscape with awareness and competence. Next is digital natives. The term digital natives has become something or buzzword in the education sector over the past decade. This was popularized by Prensky 2001 in reference to the generation that was born during the information age as opposed to digital immigrant, the generation prior that acquired familiarity with digital system only as an adult. So, ano yung pagkaiba ng digital natives and digital immigrants? So, ang digital natives is a person who grow up with the presence of digital technology or information age. While ang digital immigrants naman is a person who started using digital technology, computers, or internet and etc. during the adult life but did not grow up using them. With the age of 30 years old or older are the digital immigrants. Next is, despite the fact that Prensky's original paper was not an academic one and had empirical evidence to support its claims, educators and parents like latch onto the term spawning a school though were in decline of modern education explained by educators' lack of understanding of how digital natives learn and make decisions. So bakit nga ba no? Some of digital natives is lack of understanding of how digital learn and make decision. So according to research, here are some potential reason kung why some digital natives is nahihirapan. First one is information overload. In today's generation, like at what I said, maraming information na lumalabas, hindi natin alam kung reliable ba ito, kung saan doon ang tama or mali. Second is short attention span. The fast-paced native of digital media can contribute a shorter attention span. This can make it harder for digital natives to focus on a complex task. Third is lack of critical thinking. Due to the ease of finding information online, some digital natives may not develop strong research and critical thinking skills. Lack last is lack of face-to-face interaction. Digital natives often communicate electronically, which can sometimes limit their development of social skills and emotional intelligence. But the problem here is that digital literate, popularly defined as ability to use computer, to use internet, which as we seen earlier. So if this the case, then the question is how can digital immigrant teach digital native as a letter they already have? Is this question is a valid one to which the answer is would be correctly or they cannot teach digital natives. But forms only one part of crucial skills and competence required to be digital literate. Our expanded view of term literate allows us to see that while the digital native in our classroom are most certainly familiar with digital system, perhaps even more so than their instructor, this does not mean that automatically know how to read, write, process, and communicate. So now, pansin natin or napapansin natin karamihan sa mga digital natives is they don't know how to read, write, process and especially communicate. It because ginagamit lang nila ang technology for entertainment para pag may assignment, search na lang, hindi nila iniintindi yung sinesearch nila. That's why they are not totally digitally literate kasi hindi nila nami-maintain yung paggamit nito. So example no, a good example of this is the difficulty many senior high school instructors have teaching research. Students who are otherwise quite familiar with using the internet for entertainment are suddenly at loss of locating, assessing, and understanding the information from research journals and websites, mainly because they are looking for information on topics that they are not either unfamiliar with and uninterested in or both. So another problem concerning digital native is that misconception that everyone belonging to the generation is one more or less equal footing regarding digital literacy. So digital native have the same level of digital literacy or ability to use technology. However, this implies that across education experience play a role of determining a person who digital literacy, children born poorer families will naturally seem less digital literate. So, children though from a poorest family have limited access to technology and education in digital technology, which can make them less digital literate. On the other hand, a children with a privileged family who have make access to technology and education display they are higher level when it comes to digital literacy. Next is that's for all. Thank you for listening.